And I'll leave the socks on for a little bit. You all can go ahead and have a seat on the floor. We're going to do some stretchy first. Because we have to get the layers put in before we can get where I want it to be. I know you're super excited to hear that.
I was afraid you guys were actually in here because it looks so dark outside. That's what I looked at. I was like, okay, there's a couple cars, so I think that's the lady's car.
Yeah, that would not be the red one.
I recognized her car.
Let's try this one. It's like, that was Cheryl's music.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a little fast for you. That's about right.
All right. So, we're going to do something really nice and easy for a minute. Arms are off to the side, toes are at 12 o'clock. Now, concentrate on lifting through your chest. I want you to float forward and open the arms. Float forward and open the arms. So you should feel like legs and back and all kinds of good stuff. We're really not even doing much of anything. We're just floating forward and floating back. So second position arms goes into first position arms and floats right back. Releasing your back muscles, a little dynamic movement to start warming the body up a little bit. One more. Arms go up. So when they're up and you're making your crown or your frame around your face, it's called fifth position. So we want to keep the arms right where they're at, perspective to your face or your head. Keep your chest lifted. I want you to push your chest forward and hold. Now when we drop the arms down in front of us, like they're on a table in front of our chest, that's first position. Keep pushing your chest forward, abs are in. Now open the arms until you can see your fingertips peripherally, second position. Now bring your torso back, try to get your spine perpendicular to the floor. Now we're going to place our hands, right hand behind you, left hand on the right side of your leg, nice and tall. Drop your shoulders, lift your chest. So it's real easy to relax, right? And look like we have pop biscuits for bellies, right? We want to smooth out that line and look over the right shoulder. That includes your eyes. We're going to float it back to first position arms. Arms go back up to fifth. Take a breath. Exhale, press your chest forward. Now, it might not even feel like you move much, but you can feel the back of your legs right now. Drop your shoulder blades into your back. Arms back down to first position. Open them. Keep pushing your chest forward. We're at second position. Bring your torso back, straight up nice and tall. Left hand goes behind, right hand goes on the outside of your right leg. Now turn a little past your left shoulder, drop your shoulder blades. Especially your right one. Your right one wants to slide up. We really want to push that shoulder blade down into our back. Feet are flexed, toes are at 12 o'clock. And bring it back to first position. Pull your abs up and in. Now we're going to tuck the chin, and we're going to just reach forward as we tuck the chin. Feel your low to mid back. Feel your hips. And roll up to fifth position arms. Head weight goes over your spine. Drop your shoulder blades. Arms float back down. Here we go again. Reach, tuck your chin. Nice, easy breathing. And up to fifth position. Nice and tall through the spine. And drop your arms. So things are definitely warmed up, right? Move your ankles just a little bit. Point your toes and flex and point and flex. A little dynamic movement to get the ankles ready for a little action. That's always the scary thought, right? Action. So we're going to roll over to our bellies. We're going to be on our forearms. Like this. Here's the first layer of long sleeves off. Oh, look, more long sleeves.
You're going to enjoy tomorrow. Mid-60s.
It'd be different if I was outside, but all right. Tuck the elbows underneath your shoulders. Take a breath. As you exhale, push yourself away from the floor using your forearms. Drop your shoulder blades. So I'm not looking forward. Actually, my eyes are actually at my hands. So I can start feeling my abs stretch. I can feel my back working. Go ahead and bend your right knee and then bend the left. Point your toes. Find your quads. And again, shoulders are backing down. I'm pressing away from the floor using my forearms. So if I relax, this is what happens. I drop. I want to push away. And feet go back to the floor. Now, depending on where you're at physically, you can bring it down and swoop all the way up. You need to be on your forearms, whatever you need. But you can feel the front of your body stretch open. And again, I don't want to shrug. I want to press away from the floor. And we're going to take our hips back to our heels. Pressing your armpits towards the floor. Opening up your upper back. Feeling your quads. You might feel a little bit at the top of your foot. Nice. And bring it forward. So I'm going to slide my socks off now because otherwise I will be flying everywhere. That will not be good. All right. So I want to take my right, I'm going to take my left leg forward first. So blocks would be handy dandy. So what I'm doing is, I want my blocks actually back by my hips. I don't want them by my knees. And the reason why is they're here, it'll make me lean, and I don't want to lean. I want to be up. Because I want to feel that hip flexor. If this is too much on your knee, grab your blanket, grab up your mat, whatever you need. So the concept is, we want to have this left knee in alignment with your hip and your shoulder. Trying to find that stretch. We're going to rock back in the hips, flex your left foot, straighten the leg. You don't really have to go anywhere to feel the stretch in that left leg. Make sure you're pulling your toes towards your nose. Find that calf muscle. We're going to rock forward again, finding that right hip flexor. And again, try and relax. your hip flexors. Relax your groin. Allow your hips to go diagonally forward towards the floor. And bring it back. So the only thing that changes is I'm straightening my left leg. And I keep that nice flat back, so I don't want to be rounded. Flat back. Find the stretch in the back of your leg. And bring the legs back underneath you. And again, your choice. If you know that your knee's like going, find that soft spot. Right foot. Slide it forward first. So again, I don't want to be up here because I don't have a stretch. I want you to take my hips diagonally forward so that back knee is not underneath my hip joint. It's behind it. I'm stretching the hip flexor. And again, the blocks are more in alignment with my hips. And the more you can release your hips diagonally forward, find the stretch. So unfortunately, as we age, this becomes even more important. Because when our hip flexors get so tight, we can't walk well. Then we shuffle when we look at the ground, right? And then we fall. So, I don't know about you all, but I don't want to do all that. I know it sounds wonderful, right? Can't hardly wait to get over. Right? Kick it back. Straighten that right leg. Oh my gosh. Find your hamstring. It will find you. So, I'm doing, I don't know how to explain this. So I'm not just here. I'm actually taking this and I'm pulling back. So I can find that hamstring big time. And roll it forward again. So I like using the blocks because when I started this, I had to use my fingertips, but now I can go down to knuckles, right?
But you have to because if I'm at like reverse and I'm straight, I can't even touch the blocks.
So can you go forward? Can you find that stretch in your hip flexor? If you're there, stay there. You can put your hands here for support. But we're really working that left front portion of your leg in the hip area. And kick it back. Flex that right foot. Alright, go ahead and bring this leg back. So, I know you're like, don't make us flip flop. We're flip flopping, stay on your back. And I'm going to have to point my legs that way because I don't want to be rude to the audience at home. Nor do I want to put on a show. So, I'm going to roll my knees into my chest. I want to rock side to side, loosening up my back.
Look at the stars.
Look at the stars, exactly. And come back to neutral. Go ahead and straighten your legs. Drop your arms to the floor. You can have them to the side if you'd like, whatever you need. Now, I'm not pointing and I'm not flexing my feet. They're just relaxed, right? I want to think about my legs, though, straightening as much as I can. Shoulders are back and down. Straddle position. This is where I like to hold on to the inner aspect of my knees, so I don't have to work to hold them up with my abs, and I can feel my inner thighs. Like, yeah. Because gravity's saying, hey ladies. Now you understand why I wanted to point this way. And outside of your legs, pull them back together, bend your knees, bring them to your chest, rock side to side. Then you can roll your legs around, whatever you need to make your lower back stretch and make it happy. And come back to neutral, legs go back up. Now I want your toes pointed, so you can feel the stretch on the top of your ankles into your feet. And again, take them off to the side, point your toes, find the stretch, inner thigh, take a breath. As you exhale, flex your feet, pull your toes towards your nose or your knees, whatever. Woo, hello. Point your toes again, keep the stretch on those inner thighs. Flex. Relax your feet, hands go on the outside, bring your knees back together, bend them, and again, round your back. Make it happy. You're like, it's not my back that's talking. Let's switch direction. All right, feet go on the floor, right, left. We're gonna take your right foot behind your left. And we're trying to get your right knee in alignment with your right hip and your right shoulder. Once you're there, relax it down. Now, you should have a bit of a pull on that hip flexor again, but not nearly as bad as it normally is if we go straight into it, because we've already been stretching that hip flexor. We're just working more on the inside aspect. You'll understand my madness here in about 20 minutes. But it just takes that long to get there. Take the leg out, let's switch please. Left knee is in alignment with your hip and your shoulder on the left side. So I can get my foot close to my glute where I can hold on to it with my right hand. And I kind of curl my toes under and I push my thumb in the arch, the belly of my arch of my foot. So it keeps it from cramping, and then I get a nice stretch in my foot as well. And I'm trying to relax the hips down. Relax that left thigh, that knee towards the floor. I know, lovely, isn't it? You don't realize how tight you are until I say, here, let's get tied up in a bow. It works. Bring that leg back out. Right knee to your chest, then the left. Roll around, making your back happy. So you shouldn't crack or pop as much, right? Come back to neutral. Feet go to the ceiling, point your toes. Legs go out to the side. Shouldn't have as big of a stretch. You might be able to straddle position bigger. Inhale, exhale. Flex your feet. And I'm working really hard to pull my legs down to the floor. They're not going to go anywhere, I promise. But relax your feet, bring them up, roll up. To a seated position. Right, pop, pop. Can you feel your lower back where you've been? It just hurts all the time. Well, I know that you talked about your lower back, and so that little rolling round thing.
Yeah, I have a hard time like laying flat like that on the hard surface because I've had surgery and
Maybe we need to get a towel for you.
rolling like that.
Well,
I mean, it feels good to roll back and forth, but
to get a towel put under there for support would be smart. Okay. So we're going to grab the blanket. Because I'm a wuss. Actually, it's kind of interesting that, you know, when you're a baby, you fall down and get yourself, get up, cry a little bit, whatever. And then as you get older, you know, the form gets harder.
You don't bounce as easily.
You don't bounce. And like the back of your heels on the floor after a while.
Or like the bone of your ankle.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
I'm
that.
like, what happened? When did that become a wuss? I don't know, right? So nice and tall. Flex your feet, flex back your legs. We're just going to keep your feet flexed. Hold them in. Now, round over. And every time I do this, my neck goes like, geez Louise. Take a breath. As you exhale, start pushing your legs out. Find the stretch. And roll up. Now, I'm going to put the blanket underneath because we're going to wrap the right leg underneath. Talking about ankles. And left leg over top. Woo, tight hips. Tight, tight, tight. So if you can't sit up straight, I'm using my hands to push myself forward and have a tall spine. And I can tell you right now, things are like yelling at me. So we work the inside of your legs, the front, the back, and now we're working more on the outside of them. All right, I want you to think about your left hip. Take a breath. As you exhale, relax it down. That doesn't mean drop. Chest stays up. Relax that hip. Even if your foot comes off the floor, try to get your sits bones flat. Find the stretch. Bring it out, we're going to switch your legs around. Left goes underneath, right goes on top. Big leap. You can tell I haven't done this pose for a minute. Ooh. So trying to, I was like, we're good. You can always tell when it's like, oh my gosh. So this is when the block sometimes comes in handy. Because when we post up our fingers like that, we can actually injure our fingers. So that's why I do a lot of, let me look here. Yeah, closed hand. Press your chest up and forward. Then relax your hips. Alright. This might be the time you want to get in the chair. Okay. We're going to go to a pigeon type pose.
Oh.
So you might have to modify it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm actually going to hold up the mat, speak English, right? For my knee. I'm going to put the blanket under my hip area because I want to try to get my leg a little more parallel, my lower leg parallel to the end of the mat versus having it kicked underneath me. I know, there's all kinds of pieces there. But if I build it, it'll come. So I'm going to use my left leg up front first. Take it to the other side, and I'm going to lay it over. So I'm trying to put a block underneath my hip so I can get this leg out front. Hello. And I am way over to my left because my hip said, holy cow, Batman. So you don't want your leg on it, you want your booty on it, on the blanket. You want your leg down. So I'm trying to get my lower leg parallel to the end of the mat and not tucked under. Because you can feel your hip. Now you understand the madness? Now go ahead and tuck that foot underneath, but leave the blanket. Forearms. Now you can feel your hip joint again, yes? I want you to rock side to side. I think it's secretly crying. Come back to the center. Here's the hard part. So this is where the blocks come into play. So remember when we started? Those hip flexors? Oh, I feel my abs right now. And the more you can relax into your groin, let that go towards the floor, the more you stretch everywhere. I can feel my chest working because it's going. If I let it go, face plate. Hands to the floor, and just slide your leg in. Then we're going to work the other side. So you know what it feels like. I'm just saying. So if you can't feel your hip and glutes, yeah. So having back problems, right? Everything, like,
Yeah, that's where it hurts. Right there.
Exactly. So I'm like, how tall can I build my platform?
I'm gonna say you want to burn my blanket.
Maybe. It's fascinating how much you think, oh, I stretched. So again, the blocks are your second floor, right? Bring that leg forward. And I'm getting into these awkward, sorry. So I want to go to my right and then lay my leg down. And literally, I'm kind of holding myself up because I'm not quite, well, maybe I'm in there more than I thought. So once I'm there, then I start working about sitting up and more over the leg. So pigeon pose is not about having your foot underneath you, by the way. It's about having it parallel. I know, you're like, what?
The only way I can really do is when we do it off the step.
Off the step, yeah.
Yeah, I can really do it.
So I have them on like an aerobic step, and you can do it nice there.
Yeah.
And you get a deep stretch.
Should have grabbed that.
Right? I didn't think about that until just now. So if I had my way for myself, I would actually be up here. So I have a long way to go before I even get where I would like to be, right? So we're going to tuck that underneath, and you should be able to roll over onto it and come on down. I'm going to rock side to side. Come back to the center. Again, build your platform. Thank God for yoga blocks, right? So I'm pushing down with my hands to keep my chest up, and I relax into my hips. I have a huge stretch on my abs, clear up to my bottom of my sternum. I keep thinking one day I'll be able to do all kinds of crazy stuff. And then I think someone better call 911 before I start. So we're going to get out of this easier. So get your left leg back. I want you to lean to your right. And pull your knee forward. I know, right? You just fall.
Just fall?
Just fall. Yeah, you're on the ground.
I can tumble over really well.
So we're going back to that kneeling lunge. So you might want to put the chair close to you.
Oh, okay.
Next, so I want you on the floor though.
Okay.
So we are all stretched out right now. I mean, you can't get much deeper in that stretch. Pardon me. I'm going to take my left foot forward first. And I'm actually taking the block, I'm going to say about mid-thigh. I want you to take my foot forward.
Splits.
Find your stretch. So, Pam, if you bring the blocks back, you can actually use your upper body strength to allow your body to stretch. Now to get out of it, pull your hips back. We're going to switch sides. Woo, hello. That's all I got. Switch sides. Again, the blocks are a little more mid-thigh area. And we're just going to gradually slide forward and allow that pendular swing to happen in our hips and find the stretch. And again, if the blocks, pull the blocks a little bit back. So you can use your upper body weight to stay more upright. We got to hang out there for just a little bit, sorry. To get that full lengthening that we've been working towards. 4, 3, 2, again. Bring the hips back. And the next one with you. So warm back to our back. I know. You're like, flip again. Yes. So when we repeat things, we get a little deeper. So tomorrow, when your hips ache, you'll be like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So try to blanket. I wouldn't make it really thick, but just enough to have, yeah, something like that. It gives you a little support, yes? Yes. Perfect. And it creates a natural arch for you, right? Knees come in. Legs go up. Legs go out. Find your straddle. Flex your feet. Do you have as much pull as you did?
No.
I do. I have a pull, but it's not like screaming at me like when I first started.
I'm not shaking.
I was like, oh, holy crap. I mean, I actually feel like I can stretch in this now and not go, oh my gosh. Point your feet. Bring them together. Bend your knees. Rock side to side. Nice. Right foot to the floor, left foot to the floor. Right foot goes behind. Find that quad stretch again. Relax. Do you feel like you can get into the stretch easier? And again, if you can hold on to your right foot with your left hand, I'm literally doing that my fingers on the top, my thumb is in my arch, and I'm actually like folding my foot over. So last week we used a ball.
Yep.
And officially we did not did we do any stretches?
Nope.
We did not do one stretch.
It was so good.
We just did trigger points last week. It was crazy. We did a few things at the end just to test to see where we were.
Yeah.
Now we're going to switch. And again, we want to put that left knee in alignment with your hip and your shoulder. That's kind of what we're doing right now. Seeing how far you can relax into the stretch. You know, this is a very bad position to be in when you've only had 4 hours of sleep. Just say it. If snoring occurs, you'll know what happened, right? I'm no longer looking at the stars.
Yeah.
Bring that foot out. We're going to place your right foot on your left knee. Take your arms to the side, palms are down. Relax your shoulders into the floor. Go ahead and take your legs over to the left. And then drop the knee. But keep that right shoulder on the floor. You might feel across your right waistline area. Now, if you feel like your leg kind of gets stuck there, take your left hand, put it on top, and the weight of your hand will make that hip stretch open. And when that knee is down, you can feel into your pec on the right, into your shoulder, armpit, bicep. Release the leg, stack them, bring them back up to a neutral position. Left leg hook goes to your right knee. Shoulders are back and down and on the floor. Take your legs to the right. Try and find that relaxation point. Again, if you need a little extra, right hand goes on that left knee or thigh, and just let your body roll over. So I'm not pulling, it's just the weight of my arm. And I can feel that left side of my chest just stretch open. All the computer work, or all the TV time, or screen time, whatever you want to call it, makes our chest super tight. And bring it back. All right, so I want you to get comfortable. You want to cover up. You want to have the blanket under your head. Whatever you need, I need you to just get in a very comfortable position. Take a breath. And exhale. Shut your eyes down if you haven't already. Allow the heaviness of the music help push your body into the floor. Let it release all the tension, all the anxiety, all the stress. It's just melting into the floor. And you can feel your body relax and let go. Give yourself permission to let go. Deep breath in and exhale. You are at peace with yourself and everyone in the room. Allow yourself to feel calm. Relax your facial muscles. Relax your jaw. Quiet down your thoughts. Listen to the music. Allow the music to weigh you down, to make you feel heavy. To ease your pain. Release the tension in your back. Can you hear your heart beating? Can you feel your heart beating? I want you to think of one positive thing today. One positive thing that happened to you today. Think about how it made you feel. Make it take away any negativity. It could be as easy as someone saying hi to you. Acknowledgement. Maybe you were kind to yourself. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, roll to the front of the room, cradling your head with your lower arm. Draw your knees towards your chest. Bring your awareness up to the room. Deep breath in. As you exhale, come to a seated position facing the front of the room. Forearms are across your knees, palms are up and open. You're willing to accept new ideas, new concepts. Hear both sides of the story. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Allow your body down to feel very light, very lifted. Feel your chest rise up. Your shoulder blades are pulling down. Find your good posture, long neck. Slowly open your eyes, refocus. Namaste. Go at ease. Only 4 more hours. That's my positivity. Only 4 more hours. Actually, Ted's coming in tonight.
Well, that'd be nice.
Yeah, we have several new students coming, so.
Oh.
Yay, that's a positive.
That is a positive. Studio's doing great.
Yes. All right, so we're